Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Music Den. I'm, of course, your host, Armando Venditti. Hoping you guys are having a good day. It is Monday, very gloomy here, very cold outside. Great time to do another video. In this episode of the Music Den, I'm going to be doing another new album review. This is on Peter Gabriel and his new release, I.O. There's a lot of information to go through here, folks, so please bear with me. I.O. was released on December the 1st through Republic, Universal, EMI, and Real World Music, Peter Gabriel's label. This is Peter Gabriel's 10th album, his first release of all original material in 21 years. Previous to this, he released Up in 2002. The The material for this album was recorded between 1995 and 2022. Long span for recording an album. It was recorded in no less than 7 studios, including 1 concert venue, and that concert venue being Rex Hall Place here in Edmonton, Alberta. The material that was recorded at a sound check at Rex Hall Place was recorded in 2016 while Peter Gabriel was in town touring with Sting. I just found out this information yesterday and today, just trying to put all this stuff together. It's quite mind-blowing that this individual took between 1995 and 2022 to record all this material. It was produced by Peter Gabriel, Brian Eno, and Richard Russell. It is listed as an art rock, art pop album, and from what I've listened to it a couple of times. I would have to agree. It is very layered, very textured, atmospheric, very expansive, very broad in terms of the musical palette that he was working with. The album has been released in multiple formats. It has been released as a double disc containing 2 separate mixes, Bright Side and the Dark Side. There is a triple CD version. The third CD, or the third disc in the CD version, is a Blu-ray audio labeled as the Inside Mix. I believe it's an Atmos Dolby mix. There are 12 tracks on the album. The tracks range in length between 3 minutes and 57 seconds up to 7 minutes and change. So it's quite expansive. The Bright Side mix clocks in at 68 minutes and 9 seconds, and the Dark Side mix clocks in at 68 minutes and 39 seconds. So it's quite a long album. It is listed as the longest album in playing duration for Peter Gabriel. This album has been in the works for so long that it has been quoted as being the Chinese democracy of Peter Gabriel albums, because he started on this album in 1995, and it was to be the follow-up release to Up. It was supposed to come out in 2004. Obviously, it did not. He took his time, and I would imagine that people lost track of what was going on in terms of him releasing the album. It is unheard of these days that a record company would wait for an artist for so long to release an album. There are 12 tracks on the album. The lead-up single is called Panopticon. And again, it's not a heavy album in terms of heavy rock. It is considered, again, an art rock, art pop album. There are a lot of, there's use of samples and keyboard synth passages, very sort of atmospheric synth passages. On the album, he has with him Brian Eno, who does synthesizers and programming on some tracks, Tony Levin, who plays bass on all tracks, Manu Katché, sorry, who plays drums on all but 4 of the tracks on the album. And also Steve Gadd, jazz fusion drummer extraordinaire, who does some, they're listed as brush loops on one of the tracks, Live and Let Live, which is the last track on the album. Every single song on this album has been released digitally as a single. What he started to do, what Peter Gabriel started to do, as of January 6th of 2023, he started to release a single every full moon. And every new moon, he started to release an alternate version of these tracks. So basically, by the end of November, every single track has been released as a digital single. The album for me is fantastic. It is very dreamlike. For me, anyway, this is just my opinion. It is very dreamlike. I've said before on other videos that there are albums that you can put on with the lights off, and the only light coming in the room is the light off the stereo. And you can just close your eyes, sit back, and enjoy the music. This is one of those albums. Thematically, it's a very introspective, retrospective album. This is a man that is looking back on his life at the age of 73 and is saying to himself, have I done everything I need to do in my life and for those around me? Is there anything more that I need to accomplish, okay, in my life and with my family or with anyone else that I have had dealings with, business or personal? The title track, I.O., basically, I.O. stands for input output. And that track alone is he's talking about taking stock around him, looking at things that's happening around him, and just basically taking it all in and taking things as they come. It's very rhythmic. There are some tracks like Road to Joy that are very rhythmic, very percussive. After Road to Joy, there's a track here called So Much, which is basically just him, Peter Gabriel and piano and some synths. It's very moody, very, again, atmospheric, very, how can I put it? Very image conjuring, and and the track basically saying that for me, what it's saying is we've done so much, but there's still so much left to learn and to do as a society. Other songs of note are Olive Tree, which again, very percussive, very beat oriented, not in a dance sort of way, but in sort of like a joyous, melodic sort of way. Fantastic. I could sit and listen to this album front to back, cover to cover, and not get bored with any of the songs on here. The one song that really hit home for me is a track called This Is Home. And it's basically, he's saying in the end that nothing else matters in life but the people that you have around you and in your life, and what you can do for them and what they have obviously done for you, and how you can repay them with your time, your love, your support, your affection, and basically the last track on the album is called Live and Let Live. And basically he's saying in this track, we all have differences. We all have difference of opinion, different in terms of religion, in terms of political beliefs and orientation. But you know what? At the end of the day, we are all human beings, and we need to accept one another and just accept each other for who and what we are. And we need to move on. You know what I mean? it is a very at times euphoric album, in that, with songs like Road to Joy, and Love Can Heal, which is track 9. This Is Home is another uh, track that kind of just basically is a heartwarming account of someone's experience in life. As I've said before, he is looking around at the people around him and just feeling so much affection for them, and resignation within himself that this is his life that he's created, and he is so fortunate to have it. Um, the mixes, in terms of the bright side mix and the dark side mix, there are subtle differences in the mixes. In terms of Road to Joy and stuff, the drums are more prominent, as well as the bass. But pretty much that's it in terms of the differences in the mixes. The tracks are all written by Peter Gabriel, with exception of 2, which were co-written. Track 5, Four Kinds of Horses, was co-written by Richard Russell, and Road to Joy was co-written by with Brian Eno. But again, this is basically Peter Gabriel putting his heart on his sleeve, saying, these are the lessons I've learned. This is the experiences I've had. I've grown from them. I've learned from them. I want to be happy, and I want everyone around me to be happy. Not that the world is perfect, but in his mind, he's in a far better place in his life than where he was at before. And for me, this is one of the best releases so far that I've heard of 2023. And there have been a lot of albums that have come out this year. This is, for me, top 3, hands down. He will be touring for this album. I don't know exactly when. It is released as a double disc. It's again triple disc, triple CD version. It's also released on double vinyl version, and there is a vinyl box set version that is coming out, I believe, in March of 2024. I got my copy for on the pre-order for like $28.81. Right now, it is going on Amazon.ca for $40 even. So I got it just in time. $40 is probably the cheapest price you're going to find it right now. If you can find it for under $30, grab this sucker right away. This, for me, is one of the best, again, one of the top 3 releases of 2023. And I will definitely be enjoying this album. My copy is coming tomorrow, Tuesday. I was able to listen to this album on YouTube. You can stream it on YouTube. Both versions of the album are available in one file. The bright side and the dark side, they're listed all together, so you can compare the tracks and which makes you like better. As I said, there isn't much of a difference to my ear, my untrained ear. But you know what? Once you listen to this, you know what I'm talking about. It is a fantastic album. Please check it out, and let me know down in the comments what you think of it. And again, this may not be your cup of tea, but you know what? Just give it a listen. What do you have to lose? So that's it for now. Coming up on the channel, I just got a message from Bill Schuster yesterday. We will be doing a new music discovery on Friday, but we're going to flip the script. Instead of him giving me a new artist to discover, I've given him a new artist to discover. He has been listening to the first 2 releases from the Tea Party, and he's going to give me his view on the albums on Friday. That's going to come up, be uploaded on Saturday. And I'm just putting the feelers out for doing our Black Sabbath album ranking. I've listened to the albums before, but I've started to listen to them um, for the purposes of this ranking. So that will be myself, Bill Schuster, his son Neil, Ryan Gavalier, and the one and only Mr. Peter Kent from the Lizard King channel. We're going to be doing a mammoth Black Sabbath album ranking, all 19 albums. Again, if you thought that the Pink Floyd album was a massive episode, wait for this one. It's going to be huge. So when it does air, grab a pillow, grab a blanket, grab a drink, grab some food, and sit back and enjoy the show. So that's it for now. I will see you soon with a brand new video. I'm Armando Venditti. Have a good day. Bye-bye.